Happy Easter! I've been asked to do a short video about living well in lockdown, so here goes. My own version of lockdown started several years ago when I became ill, and life has been very limited since then. I've been asked to share some thoughts about living well in lockdown, and I wish I could offer you a quick fix or a magic answer, but sadly there isn't one. Living with constraints about what you can do and where you can go is really tough. Here are a few things I've learned that might make lockdown a little bit easier. Number one, don't pretend. It's really important to acknowledge what we're thinking and feeling, so find ways to have meaningful conversations with the people that matter to you, or write it down if you'd prefer to keep it private. If you pray, don't pray politely. Let it all out to God, because there's nothing He can't handle. So that's my first, is don't pretend. Number two, change your perspective. How we perceive something has a massive impact on how we respond to it. Even when we can't change a situation or an event, we can change how we think or feel about it. Small changes to the words we use can make a huge difference. For example, try saying, I'm being forced to stay at home versus I'm choosing to stay at home to keep myself and other people safe, and see how they differently make you feel. Something I find really useful is thinking about my past and future self. For example, if someone had told you at the start of the year that this would be happening, what would you have looked forward to? And what would your future self thank you for doing in this time you've been given? If you can't change the situation, change your perspective. Number three, give yourself permission to do the things that make a difference. I'm sure you already know lots about self-care and making time for the things that are important, but if you're anything like me, they just don't get translated into actions. Have a think about why that is and what holds you back. Is it guilt, a sense of duty, something else? Deal with the underlying issue rather than beating yourself up for not doing what you know you should be doing, but you're not. I find it helpful to repeat a sentence. For example, looking after myself is important, or if I take care of myself, I can take better care of others, or if I do something I enjoy, I'll be better company afterwards. It's very true. Just ask Tim. Give yourself permission to do the things that you know are important. Number four, make practical changes. Find things to break up the day, so don't do the same thing for too long. Treat weekends and evenings differently to the days so they don't drag so much. Dress like you would if you were going out and have the same number of baths and showers as you normally would. Make a schedule for the day if you're used to structure. Be extra kind to the people around you. And change the scenery. Regularly move to a different room or even just sit in a different chair. Even small changes can stop us getting stuck in a rut. And number five, keep plodding on. Many of you knew Margaret Oliver, who sadly passed away last year. I remember once asking her how she dealt with tough times, and she said, just keep plodding on. This is a totally unprecedented event. You don't have to enjoy it. It doesn't have to be wonderful. You don't have to be okay with it. Just keep plodding on, and eventually either you or the situation will change and things will get easier. So these are some of the things I've learned that hopefully might help you live well in lockdown. Don't pretend. Change your perspective. Give yourself permission to do the things that are important. Make practical changes and just keep plodding on. Thanks. Have a lovely Easter.